say. Last week I introduced a new segment, or proposed a new segment, which would be about my books, and it didn't do very well. Actually, as of today, it didn't do very well. It was at the bottom of the barrel. It was the lowest viewed video that I've put up in the last couple weeks. Well, probably the last month. Yeah, it just kind of like died and stayed dead. But when I launched the video, I also launched a survey on my community page, and survey says, today's segment about my book collection is a bit of a dud. I thought I'm doing a series, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to see me do more of them? And 87% said, yes, videos about books, please. But that's with 362 votes, which is just about everybody who watched that video. Yeah, you know, the stats on the video itself, it's so wildly unpopular. And I launched it on a Saturday, which is like the highest viewing day of the week. So I figured if I launched it on a Saturday, I would get a good assessment of what my viewers in general think of it. And the views say that people who watch my channel do not want to hear me talk about books, which is kind of sad because I've got hundreds of interesting books that I would love to talk about, but if I did that, it would be a segment that would happen in the middle of the week, and very, very, very few people will watch those videos. It's not popular. But there are a lot of very interesting books that I'd like to talk about. If I did that segment, it wouldn't be for views, and it wouldn't be for the FranLab audience. It would just be because I want to talk about the book. Because I had thought, well, the book segment would have its own theme, so I would do a theme, which would take time, and a new introduction sequence, which would take time. So I was going to invest myself a great deal in it, but now it's like, well, I still could do all that stuff, but it would be a total loss. I mean, I would invest the time in recording the theme and doing the production, and you know, it's like a week's work to do a segment intro, and do that for a segment that 300 people will want to see if I do it. It would be getting to that point that I made a couple weeks ago about, I wish I could do the content that I want to do, but I can't afford it. It comes back to that reality that I've been using the AdSense revenue to pay for my healthcare costs. And so in order to keep the AdSense revenue up, even though I run a minimum of ads, I got to put up a video every single day. But if I didn't have to have that AdSense revenue to pay for the healthcare stuff, then I could do whatever content I want and the views wouldn't matter, and I could put up 3 videos a week instead of 7, and I could do projects that would take all week to do and just make 1 video on a Saturday. But all of that would be dependent on being able to cover my healthcare costs without the channel. And that's why I launched that GoFundMe last week. That's where I work. In the lab. Go berserk. In my lab. That's where I work.